really have an actionable plan of where you want to go with your brand and how you're going to do it.
For sure. And I really liked the ambulance while you spoke. It's sort of, if the sound could be highlighted, we had even the special effects from outside.
Yes, it is emergency, right? It is very important.
Yes, and we shouldn't forget that even during quarantine, the branding is so important, and we can conduct our brand activities even during the quarantine from home. So it's amazing that we can still record the episodes in these conditions too.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so this sounds feasible. Just have a plan, agree with everyone, and then sort of have agree on the tactics. So it's possible, I think, for every company. So now we started being much more on internet during the lockdown, and especially now when in winter we again, in most of the countries, have a heavy lockdown. Are there any good examples of companies that actually managed to reinvent themselves during this period, and they spend this extra time on doing work on branding?
I would say, companies became more focused in their brand activities and efforts. So really focusing on their core offering and just to maintain that message and to maintain connection with their consumers, with their audience. So when completely reinventing their brand, I'd say no. But yes, pivoting or like, as I mentioned, focusing just becoming like more aware of the needs of their customers and their audience, then that definitely has happened. Also, I would say let's not forget that this year we had other events that affected many of us and made us think like Black Lives Matter. So really companies had to evaluate where they stand and how they're going to continue communicating to reflect the current realities. So yeah, it hasn't been an easy time for brands, but it was a good way to test the strength of the brand, and like if you can survive through the hard times, you can also show like the best you have, because in the good times everyone is happy, everyone is like kind of can forgive you like your misbehavior, but in hard times really then audience, consumers, people start really being very careful about who they trust and who they want to spend their time and money.
So what do customers do in the difficult times? Do they lean back on the brands they already know, or they start using some brands and proactively looking for the new brands? And is there any sort of logic behind the branding during the easy time and the crisis that repeats itself maybe every 10 years or?
During good times, things are good, there's money. So if let's say brands are doing something that is, for example, bad for environment, maybe even bad for people, they are abusing their workers, they can still hide this because they can throw money at marketing campaigns, they can do this and that, and somehow it just cover let's say their bad behavior. However, when bad times happen, it's like it shakes the business itself, and you don't have financial capacity to then spend it on yet another marketing campaign on PR to make things look good again. You also need to think how to sell your products or services, and this is where then you can really see that let's say people are being fired from the company, and then these people also bring down the stories how actually the company operates, and that's also part of the brand. Like people who are working inside they share what the organization is from the inside, and then consumers start thinking, so do we want to support that kind of company?